What we want to do now is take a very close look at what's happening in the Kashmir Valley at this time. And I want to go across to my colleague Suja ul Haq Thakur, who's joining us on this broadcast. He's been keeping a very close eye on the flood situation. And Suja, I was reading your latest report. You're indicating that the water levels in the Jhelum River are very close to the danger mark, and there's a possibility of avalanches also over the next 48 hours. Give our viewers a sense of what it is like to be in Kashmir at this time.
Well, Rahul, the water levels in Jhelum are not at towards the danger mark. In fact, they've come down. What I was mentioning in my latest report was about the water levels in Dal Lake. What has happened is, which is also a very great, major cause of concern right now for the entire administration, is that because of the flooding, the water levels in Dal Lake have started rising up. Right now, what we have been told by officials is that the level in the Dal Lake is around 11.5 points, and 12 is the danger mark. So that is something which they're keeping a very, very close watch towards. I just came back from the banks of Dal Lake, and I can tell you there's tension in there. There are officials right there, and they're trying to do whatever possible that they can. They've kept an evacuation plan in mind, but having said that, where most of the people say when it comes to dealing against the weather and against the possibility that there could be more rains, there's very little that the government can do.
This is also a double whammy, Suja, because apparently all the tourists who'd booked to come to Kashmir during their summer vacations are now cancelling. So not just do you have the Dal at very close to the danger mark, the tourists no longer want to come to the Kashmir Valley for their holidays.
Well, absolutely, and this is a major worry for the entire industry. You and me know that the industry, tourism industry, is one of the backbones of economy when it comes to Kashmir Valley. And last year we saw it being very heavily disrupted because of the September floods, and now there were high hopes that this year probably it would pick up again. There were a lot of bookings, advanced bookings that were made, and today I was speaking to a lot of the hoteliers who had come with their concern. They were saying that out of scare, most of the tourists are cancelling their forward bookings as well. They're cancelling their plans for holidays, which is something that they had appealed through us.
But what I found very irksome, Suja, is a report which says that the flood plains, which should have been cleaned out after what happened in September last year, were apparently not cleared between September and March, which is why the water accumulated as fast as it did across the Kashmir Valley. And that is a criminal act. How can the Kashmir administration be so lax? That's the first thing they should have done.
Well, absolutely, Rahul, absolutely. And that is something which everyone is pointing at right now. See, in last 6 or 7 months, nothing in terms of emergency mechanism or response has been done. And they have a very clear excuse, very easy excuse. The new government has an excuse that they just came in. And the last government, which was headed by Umar Abdullah, is saying that they told them that not to hold the elections at this point of time. There was a lot of work to be done. So, and between this blame game, passing the buck, it's the valley which is suffering at this point of time, and this is something which everyone is pointing out, everyone is criticizing. In fact,
that's very convenient on both sides. The PDP blaming the NC blaming the PDP, and it's the people of the Kashmir Valley who are having to suffer. I hope this avalanche warning passes without any major devastation. The Kashmir Valley and people in Srinagar have dealt with enough. This is where the weather really ought to clear up, and that's what we're hoping for. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the people who are stuck in the Kashmir Valley at this time. Suja ul Haq for joining us on the newsroom tonight. Thank you very much.